Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
Nah, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose what I want to
Whoa!
We're there, baby.
That was a perfect fart.
That's a fun opener. We got that?
Yeah, that was like a ghost. Whoa.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, ghost of food, I guess. That's a Chipotle ghost.
I just went to Chipotle.
Aha!
I'm realizing now, I think I'm realizing the error of my ways with the high blood pressure, the HBP.
What do you mean? The Chipotle?
I think the Chipotle is a big sodium bomb. Because I saw a big, fat Mexican fella just with a salt shaker.
Oh, yeah.
It was a salt and battery. I mean, he was doing this on all the chicken. I was like, aha, maybe it's too much sodium in the salt, and the hot sauce has salt.
Yeah.
And cum has salt. So it's a lot of... It's a lot of salt, Jerry.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that if you don't, I was eating Chipotle twice a day for about 6 years. And
Same.
It felt great. I was living large, high on the hog. And then if you go 6 months without it, and then you have Chipotle, you're like, whoa! It's like you have a miscarriage.
Well, I used to do a joke about this, about people say if you stop eating McDonald's for a while, then you try it again, your body will reject it.
Yes.
And I'm like, incorrect. My body was like, woo-hoo-hoo, we're back, baby. What was that green bullshit? And you put it on, and it was a decent bit.
That's a good bit. I like it. But
Maybe I'll bring it back.
I agree with the first guy. I had McDonald's like once after a blue moon, and whoo, baby, I had COVID again.
Yeah, well, it happens, I guess. Well, whatever you had that time we recorded with you, the eggs.
Oh, eggs are up, baby. The prices have skyrocketed.
I know, it's because the podcast. Houses in New Jersey and eggs.
You got that right.
We're moving the economy here with our fucking 8,000 fans.
Yes, just don't get a tour guide in Cape Town. I
Hey.
don't want to push that one.
Cape Town, and she found out, I heard.
I'm a Cape apologist because I feel horrible after that.
Cape Whistle.
Statutory Cape. Cape Cod.
Yeah, Concord Capes.
Not all heroes wear Cape Towns. Ah, jeez.
Nah, that stunk.
right.
Anyways, we're back, and we're trying to catch up, you fucking cunts. He went to Africa. It was Christmas time. We're doing the best we can over here.
I prefer mustard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are back, and I was on fumes, baby. I landed that day from five flight exchange or whatever you want to call that, connections, and it was during the FAA AIDS scandal. Remember that whole thing? I landed during the scandal.
What's the scandal?
Well, it was like FAA cancels all flights, and I'm like, whoo, baby, I'm lucky I made it.
Oh, I remember that was that day. Yeah.
Yes, that day, and then I was sunburned, I was gay, I was all over the place.
Did the rash go away? Because you had a funky rash.
You can see a little remnant.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus
I know,
Christ.
I got malaria.
It's like connect the dots. Are you sure that's sun?
Oh, yeah, I get it every time. I had it after the batch.
No, I don't remember seeing that.
I had it on my dick. I think it was from Sphincters. What was that club? Serpents?
Oh, yeah, mermaids, serpents. Well, I'm nearsighted, so I probably couldn't see it on your dick.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Farsighted, whichever makes sense for the joke.
But yeah, we're back. I'm still wonky. I went to bed at 8 p.m. last night.
Wow, 8P, BT.
Yes, I got the DTs because I went to bed and I missed my spots. I woke up to... Hey, you close? Hey, where are you? Hey, we threw another guy on. Hey, Gaffigan's here. Don't worry about it. What happened? You good? You dead? You know.
Oh, jeez. These poor people that book you. I'm so sorry.
I know. It's a nightmare.
Sorry in advance. 8 p.m. So what do you all...
I went to bed at 8. I woke up at 6. I feel like I'm finally back.
Yeah, well, they say it takes a day for each hour of time zone.
Exactly.
Which is funny, because when you go all the way to South Africa, it takes you the 7 days to catch up. Right when you catch up, back to America, 7 more days.
Yes.
That's 14 days to you and me.
And then I went right to Nashville, which is also a time change, and I did 10 shows, and then you drink, and then you go hard, and you bomb.
I know, 9 shows.
10.
10! Jerry?
Ooh, I knew I had to go right back. You got to get right in that cold plunge.
Yes,
you can't
the cold
dilly-dally.
plunge. I'm cold plunging every day over at Equinox. I don't think I do it right. I'm like this,
I think it's fine. Whatever you got to do to get through it. As long as you're doing it. That's how I fuck.
I don't think so, because they're all sitting in there Zen queers.
They're all dead inside, those people.
I know. I'm scooching and screaming, and I'm in there for 2 seconds and just jump right out and dive in the hot tub head first.
I'm impressed because I can't do it. You know, if you put a can in cold ice water and then put it into hot water, it'll crinkle, which is fast about the human body because we can take it.
Yeah, we don't crinkle.
No crinkle.
Well, eventually you crink. Chris crinkle.
Chris crinkle. Oh, yeah. You beat me to it.
Eventually you crinkle, but not for a while. You don't crunkle. You don't crumple.
Crumple. Crunkle's my drunk uncle.
Joseph Stumple. That was a hockey player.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Not really even a famous one, so no one's going to get that one.
There's some NHL guy out there with a wheelchair who got it.
I'm sure someone will message me. It's hot as fuck in here,
Always hot in here.
Yeah.
And I ran. What's the name of that black NHL? There's a couple now, huh?
Anson Carter.
Anson.
He was like back in my day. But Suba Agawam? No,
that's a
the
comic.
Subanator. PK Subban is probably who you're thinking of, because he was at the festival and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, where's he from? He can't be American.
I think he's Canadian. I think they're all Canadian. Wayne
Canadian.
Simmons is another one, and then there's Subban has a brother. Yeah, there's a few. Yeah.
Okay.
There's several. There's Evander Kane.
Aha.
Evander Holyfield.
Good black hockey name, Black Ice.
Black Ice.
You know, because the black ice is out there and it's dangerous. And then you're a black guy on the ice.
Oh, that's what you call him.
Yeah, that's a name.
A nickname.
The nickname.
You got to put the Nick in there, because that's just a name. That's a terrible name.
Nick. But yeah. I'm saying if you're a black hockey player, Black Ice.
Right. But you weren't saying nickname. That's why I was confused. Like, who would name their kid Black Ice Jones?
No, you know, maybe a jazz player. What's his face? Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yes, I did Conan. He was on. He didn't laugh. Yeah, I didn't smile once.
Well, he's a tough nut to crack, but he's black don't crack, but he's an astrophysicist, and he used to be a stripper.
What?
Yes.
Come on.
Fact. Give it a goog. But his
stripper?
His name was Dark Matter. Because he was black. I thought it was pretty good.
Come on, this is a tweet of yours. What are you,
crazy? I swear to God. I can't come up with that shit.
Dark Matter, the stripper? I don't know about this.
All right, give it a goog. Maybe
this sounds like a myth.
Maybe we'll Google it later.
I think this is a myth.
It says he considered becoming a stripper.
And his name would have been, like, Buck Naked.
There you go, the porn star.
Do you ever get confused? Is it butt naked or buck naked, or what's going on there?
That's one of those things. It's like, I'm going to nip it in the butt.
Oh, no, it's bud.
It is bud, but it goes to butt. People tend to sway. Like, there's a street downtown that's called Oral or Oren, and they just call it Orange Street. It just turns over time.
Right, interesting.
You know, people get a hold of something and they make it their own.
Yeah.
There's other examples of that I can't think of.
Man fluid became cum.
Yeah.
People say ass crack of dawn, which is annoying to me. It used to be just the crack of dawn.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's a joke, right?
That's
sort
a joke, yeah.
Butt naked came from buck, but...
Is it buck or is it butt?
It's buck. It started out as buck.
What is
buck?
I think naked is a male deer. Buck naked.
That's not bad.
That's my guess off the top of my head.
Not bad.
Interesting. All right.
Okay.
I got the quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Aha.
He said, "You're broke in graduate school, and I was flexible from having danced, and I was cut from having wrestled."
He wrestled him.
Yep. There were some fellow male dancers who told me about this club, these lady clubs, and they had him go. He said, "I went to observe it and see if it was something I could do, and they came out with jock straps having been soaked in lighter fluid, ignited, coming out to dance to Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire." And I said, "Nope, not for me."
No dark matter mention, huh?
I never saw the dark matter.
All right. Well, I swear I heard him say it. I can't come up with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, lighting the balls on fire.
Great
I'd
balls
be out.
of fire.
Yeah, that's a good pun.
That's not bad. But yeah, I mean, we're strippers here. Can't we just strip? What's with the lighting?
I can't imagine seeing a cock and being excited. I know I'm a straight man,
I don't think women are either.
That's what I mean. I don't think they are. I think they're into abs and pecs, which is a bummer. But I feel similarly with a pussy.
Really?
Like a pussy is sexy because you're not supposed to see it. It's hidden, and to see a pussy is like, whoa! I didn't expect to see that. But a pussy on its own, you wouldn't be attracted to. In fact, a dick I think, is kind of a better
pussy alarm.
It's a dick is kind of a better looking thing aesthetically, assuming it's been snipped, not that hood
the
business.
anteater.
Yeah, that thing's
Yeah.
terrible.
That's tough.
But a dick is like they're not building buildings that look like vaginas.
There's one downtown, that Oculus. It looks like a big labia.
All right, I guess they are, but most buildings look like a dick. The
Yeah.
CN Tower, the other tower, Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, the World Trade even's got a little dick action.
Yes, like a pussy. There's not a lot of like flappy.
But that would be a tough building. You'd be like, whoa, you'd be walking over here now, and there's a big tunnel down the middle.
It's pink and brown. Yeah, dark hallway, slime in it.
Yeah, it's a little moist in there. It's damp.
But
I know what you mean.
But a dick is like round and strong and sexy.
straight, yeah.
Purple and there's veins, and a pussy's just, it looks like roast beef. It's floppy and flappy.
Well, the thing with a puss is, I guess when I see it, I just think of going in it.
That's
and
what
how
I
good
mean.
it would feel.
But like a tit is aesthetically pleasing.
Tit is a great,
it's rounded
great
off.
look.
It's smooth. Although I hate a fold. I like a tit that starts and comes straight out there. I don't like
Sure.
a flip. When
You
it's
don't-
like that undercarriage.
You don't want the hang.
I don't want to hang.
You don't want to put a number 2 pencil under there.
Exactly.
I don't mind a hang.
I like to be underneath with the puss on the face, like Bane. And then you
Yes.
look up and it's just there's no curl. It just goes body to tit,
I got you.
like a nice perk,
I like a perk, but I like a teardrop as well.
a sag.
A little sag. I mean, you know what? You don't want a mozzarella ball, but you want a little sag.
Sag after.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Sag Harbor.
But like, well, I've talked about this before. I know as a stripper comes out, I like the calves and the quads and the butt
yeah,
and the
the
belly
thighs.
button more than the put. Like some guys are like the strip club. They leave their bottoms on. Fuck that place.
Right.
And I'm like, well, the pussy's just a floppy meat mess.
I don't know, but there's some tight clams out there. I don't mind. I like a vagina. I'm gonna disagree.
I'm not saying I mind a vagina. I'm not like, ooh, a pussy.
I'm saying
I want
I
to
like
stick my
seeing
face
one.
in it. Right. I like seeing it. But is that a deal breaker if you're going to a strip club?
No,
And they have
no.
their bottoms on because the panty, it gives a little lift for the imagination.
Sure.
Like if I'm ranking body parts I most like seeing,
Yes.
I don't even know if pussy's in the top 10.
Whoa.
If I'm ranking body parts I want my tongue on, it's in the top 6.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope so.
There's
What else
toes,
is there?
mouth,
The 9
asshole.
volt. Yeah.
But like I like a woman's back, a shoulder, a
Oh,
neck.
look! How about this? That clavicle area is
Oh,
great.
I love a clav.
clav.
I like a big dip that you could put some guacamole in. That
Or cum.
The triangle.
Yes,
thing. Yeah.
yes. Not a bad Super Bowl appetizer.
That's what we should get. A bunch of bitches over. They lay on their backs and we just dip in their holes.
Oh,
Real men's party.
Yeah,
USA.
I love a pool of queso right in a butthole.
But I pussy if I'm getting a lap or at the table and they're dancing, I'm not staring at the pussy. I'm looking
no.
at the hamstring, the calf,
Yeah,
the
no,
nipple.
This is where we disagree. I'm looking right in that birth canal.
I guess, but
You don't get to see it every day, so it's a treat.
that's the only reason it's exciting. That's what I'm
don't
saying.
know. I enjoy there's good and there's bad. I think it's the same with dicks. There's some dicks where you're like, that is a beauty of a cock.
Yes.
And then there's some clam where you're like, woo, that's a good looking snatch.
Sure. I just, I prefer the legs
Sure.
and the ass cheeks. But we'll come into the comments there and
Yeah, come into everything.
and let us know why you think I'm gay and how I'm a
Please.
piece of shit and my teeth are bad and we're behind schedule.
Yeah, sorry. Jeez, we're trying to put them out consistently, folks. We're on the road. I'm in China or Africa. He's in Fire Island.
And if you do a Zoom, they're like, these cuck,
I
faggot,
know,
liberal,
I know.
piece of shit, cunt, whores.
And the problem is the pods are so expensive every week. You know,
I know,
so
it's-
much money. You got to put a credit card in.
Yeah. it's
But I'll
tough.
tell you this: when we're talking box here, when we're talking
squish, clam.
squish, sneeze, coos,
Gash.
honey pot. I like when a lady in a porn is bent over and you see the big old rumpo and then the little vagina moose knuckle under the ass.
Oh, like upside down.
Yeah, like she's presenting.
Yes.
Forget about it.
That's
I'm
nice.
sold, signed, delivered.
Yes, that's nice. Stevie Wonder. He's never seen one.
I
Isn't
know.
that something?
Wow, he could smell them a mile away, but he's never seen one. He's felt a few, I'm sure.
That's got to be in the 20s at least. That's wild. How about never seeing a puss?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, could you imagine feeling around and you're like, whoa, just that first time.
Yeah.
Really, because even for us, the first time of feeling one was mind-blowing. So imagine not seeing it and just coming across it.
Well, that's how I was. I mean, the first time you're making out, you don't just go straight down there, right? You put the hand down the pants and
That's true.
you know what I mean? And then you're like, let me get down there and see this alien.
Oh, yeah, and it is a jellyfish. I'll tell you that. It's quite a, what do you call that, a calamari.
Yeah, it's like a John Carpenter film down there. It's scary. Kurt Russell's in there with an eye patch.
And you don't want to have a Kruger finger either, because that'll cut some stuff up. But
Absolutely.
you don't want to go full clit circumcision, or what do they call that?
Neutered, spayed. I just found out there's a difference. One's male, one's female.
Yeah, I didn't know that till like a week ago either.
Was that on a show or something like that?
What do you call female? I think it's female circumcision.
Oh,
But it's not really it's not really a foreskin. So it's a weird way to put it.
No, I don't know what it is.
There's a term for it.
For what?
Clitoral mutilation?
Whoa.
I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna shit if I fart.
Yikes. All right, well,
Oh, there it goes.
oh, that was
anyway.
cute. I think it probably picked it up.
All right.
Sounded like the watch. All right, let's get into part 2 of the honeymoon.
Africa. Back to Africa, folks.
Afrikaans. Isn't that weird language?
A little lazy.
It sounds strange.
Yeah, we speak Amerikaans.
Yeah.
Come on.
I ordered one of those at Starbucks. Hello, folks.
Hey. All right. So we go to a winery. I should have listened back to see where I ended off because I don't want to do any repeats. Pete Davidson. But I finished with Sandy. I think that's where we left it.
Yes.
I fired her. I said, we're not coming back tomorrow. Kiss my ass, you old bag. We'll see you in hell. Hopefully she never hears this.
She's not going to hear.
All right.
There's no podcast they don't make it that far.
That's true.
They die out in the ocean like a slave.
Or a fisherman.
Is that no good?
I liked it.
Just a reference.
Amistad. You know, I'm sure some people had to die on
those
that
films.
thing. I'm sure the white people died too.
Yeah. I don't think that was bad. Is that bad?
No. It was just a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts are
Yeah,
fine.
it was horrible. It was horrible living conditions. It was wrong, and we
Yes.
we tried to correct, and now
we did.
you know, yeah.
We stopped slavery.
Yeah, we did.
Uh-huh.
Lincoln.
Yeah. Lincoln. I think that was Kennedy was driving that when he got popped.
Oh yeah, I love all those.
Isn't that
Lincoln
great?
was in a Kennedy, and Kennedy was in a Lincoln, and he
Yes.
ran to the Ford Theater, and he drove a Ford or whatever it was.
There you go. Yeah.
That was fun. Book depository, and then the other one worked in a book house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. John Wilkes Booth.
JFK sat in a booth with Marilyn Monroe.
There you go. And ate her out.
Yeah.
All right. So he liked pussy. Unlike
Woo!
you.
Did
But-
he ever?
Yeah, so we dump Sandy at the curb. We wake up. It's a glorious day of not having to see her. And we go to the wineries. South Africa, famous for their vineyards.
Sure.
Beautiful, what do you call that? Rolling hills, mountains.
Green pastures.
Thank you. Very green.
Love.
Pasteurized.
Love a pasture.
Yeah, Louis
Pasture.
Pasteur. Yeah.
Pasteur. Excuse me.
So we go out there and we just say, boy, this is nice. We got the whole day, and the lady loves wine. I'm not even a wine guy.
No.
She loves a wine, and we go out there and we put our feet up, and it's pretty high end. But again, we're at the Rand. The Rand is the money there, and it's
yes.
cheap. So we go in, they treat you like a king and a queen, and we got this beautiful view. We're tasting wines. This guy comes over, he goes, I don't want to bother you. He's like a normal-looking guy from Philadelphia.
Ah.
I don't want to bother you. I'm sitting over there. I'm a huge Tuesday. I'm a fan. Comedy, anal, queef, out to lunch, the whole thing. And I go, oh, geez, all right. And your first instinct is that, all right, thank you. Beep, beep, beep. Honeymoon, wine, lady. And he was so charming. And you know what the thing is?
I don't.
you've been with this coos for 13 days out there on the road. So you go, oh, what's your story, buddy? Where are you from? So I'm clinging to this guy.
That's marriage.
Yes.
People go, oh, I don't want to bother you. I see you with the wife. And I'm like, please, for God's sakes, come in.
Bother.
Give us something to talk about.
Yes.
And the more annoying they are, the better. Because then when he leaves, you can be like, what a piece of shit. I can't believe that. I love you the most.
Totally. And you're out of shit to talk about. Amsterdam was crazy. How about Sandy? We covered Sandy the whole day and night. So we're out of shit again.
Of course. I mean, you've been married for 6 weeks. That's not easy.
It's stretching. So this guy comes over and he's like, I don't want to bother you. And I go, sit down. I'm sitting on his lap. I'm feeding him grapes. I just want to keep this guy here. And his wife comes over. She's like, sorry about the husband. She's cute. And I'm like, oh, no, what's your story? So now we're all chatting. And these guys are great. They're not annoying. They're normal. They're nice. And they're a couple Americans.
They're grape.
Yes. Statutory grape. So they're out there, and you're like, it's kind of nice to talk to a fellow U.S.er.
Man.
Yes.
I just thought of something. They're grape.
I like it. I like it. Serial killer. All right. So
we're milking it.
There we go. So we chat, and the guy goes, look, this is going to sound crazy.
Okay.
This is going to... You sure I didn't cover this?
Didn't cover.
Okay.
I'm on the edge of my seat over here. I mean, I got my feet up, but you know what I mean.
Yes. So the guy goes, it's going to sound crazy. And I go, oh, God. What do you need, a photo? You want a signature? Do I do a video for your kid with cancer? What do you want?
Sure.
And he goes, we got these dinner reservations.
Oh, boy.
It's the best restaurant in South Africa. It's highly rated. It's one of these Michelin tires. You're going to love it. And I go, oh, okay. You want to come with us? And I go, let me think about it.
That's good.
I don't want to commit.
Yeah, you don't want to commit.
Yes.
I never committed to anything in my life.
Same. And I go, all right, we'll think about it. And we leave the winery. It was fun. We had a great time. We got a day buzz going. There's still a lot of sun left. And it's an hour drive back to the hotel. It's an hour Uber because the wineries are way out.
Sure.
And we're discussing, should we go? What do you think? And she's like, I'm going to come clean. I want to go. I would like to go. And I was like, well, what else are we doing? Because otherwise we're going to go back to the hotel, just go to the where should we eat tonight? What do you like? What's the good restaurant? And I'm sick of doing that. I'm sick of it.
Night is tough when you're in a relationship.
Yes.
You get a little older. Nighttime, because daytime, you're hiking, there's the museum, there's the thing, there's lunch, the hike, the beach. And at night, a lot of times, especially we don't drink at all. So it's like you got dinner, and if there's no movie, which the movies stink nowadays, you just kind of go, all right, here we are. Like we were in Vermont. We watched, there was a FXX had a marathon of Family Guy. It ended up being the best night of my life. But we just watched Family Guy for 4 straight hours, which is fun.
Yes.
But you're like, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
It's the beauty about comedy. It's quite nice to have a night thing to do.
100%. I completely agree. And you get sick of, there's a lot of pressure. It's almost like New Year's, where you're like, what are we going to do? It's New Year's. We got to go to a party. Then we got to hit a midnight kiss. Then we got to go on after hours. It's so much pressure, and that's how vacations are. You're like, every night's a big deal. Where are we going to eat? Where are we going to get drinks? Where are we going to go dancing? Where are we going to go gay? Whatever it is. So this was kind of nice. Like, they rented the place or reserved it. We'll just go meet them. They'll kiss our ass. They'll probably buy. We're good.
Okay, that sounds okay.
So we go, fuck it. We're doing it. So now we have a plan.
And it's a thrill. It's like a make-a-wish to this fucking guy.
I know. You get to throw a bone to this weirdo couple here.
Sure.
So we go back, and now we're like, all right, we're meeting them at 8:30 or whatever. And now we get back at 2:30. We got some day. We get some sun. We hit the pool. We keep drinking. You fuck. You watch some African TV, which is weird. And then we head back up and go to dinner.
Out to the winery again?
Back to the winery. So we drove an hour back and then went an hour.
But the drive is nice. You've never been here. You're looking around.
And
no
it's
sandy.
Scenic as a son of an onion. I mean, it is beautiful. It's sheep and goat and horses. It's great. So we go back, and then this is something you forgot. This is an old relic. Relish.
Call me a relic. Call me what you will.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Say I'm old-fashioned. Say I'm over the hill.
Yeah. I never knew it was relic.
That's relic.
I've been saying relish for years.
No.
Okay.
You can call it a relish if you want.
Sure.
But it's a relish of it. Boy.
I liked it.
We got to start doing noon. It's evening. I can't do the evening. I was just steaming for a half an hour.
No,
I sucked the guy off in the steam room.
You're being too hard.
I'm
on
all
your
puns.
ass. All right, puns are fun.
I like a pun.
Me too.
Big pun.
Punisher. So
what is that? I don't know. What is that guy?
He's a comic book.
Who cares? He's got a skull and a gun.
God, you brought it up. I don't know.
Gives a shit. The Punisher.
It's not for me. I don't love these brooding super. I'm angry. Yeah, you got the comic book. You pick it up. you made this thing.
Every time I see the Punisher, I just go,
Yeah, I'm with you.
I got a skull.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna punish you.
Yeah, give me Spider-Man. He's upbeat. He's swinging. He's swanging. He's a kid in high school. He's got an uncle and an Aunt May. I like that.
Upside down kiss. That's fun.
Yes. Oh, the wet T-shirt. Come on.
That was. I always like Batman. He's like a karate guy.
Yeah, he's
his
rich.
dad's dead.
He never talked about it. His dad died. He let it go.
Yeah, it's fun.
What was that?
That's the song, Danny Elfman. It's like the greatest score ever.
Geez, I thought you were blacked out there. Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, that's not bad. Was that 89?
That's the 89 Batman,
With
which is a
Jack
Joker
Nick.
movie, really. It's
You got
all
that
Joker.
right. Most of them are. Any of the Joker movies steals it.
It's a good point, but yeah, it's a Joker origin. Anyways, we're getting distracted. Punisher
right.
sucks.
We're
if you
a
read
couple
them, you're
jokers.
stupid.
I'm with you on that Punisher. I never got into Judge Dredd. There's a couple I never got into.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd.
Get real.
That movie's tanked, which was nice. So did Tank Girl. But
Lori Petty.
yes.
God, I
Tom's
used to
sister.
wail him out.
Oh, yeah.
Wail him off to Point Break when she changes with the short hair.
Short
I
hair.
really wanted to fuck a boy when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Spacey. So, we go meet these queefs, sweet people, just upstanding citizens, like good eggs. And you go do that thing where you haven't met up with a couple and sat and talked, no phone, foreign country, you don't know anything about each other. It was like a speed date. So the first 8 minutes was pretty awkward. It's like, oh, where do you live? Oh, you're in New York. Yeah. And it's that horse shit convo. And then, it starts to unfold a little. You have a glass of wine. I got a martini. And the guy's like, oh, I don't drink. I was like, oh, yeah, what's going on? He's like, I had a bad experience. I had a rock bottom. You're like, ooh, now we're getting somewhere.
You know what it's like? The Australian Open's going on. I'm a big tennis queer. At the beginning of a tennis match, the first serve always goes right into the net.
Yes.
Then there's like the next one, the return goes into the net.
Yes.
It's 15 love. And you're like, it's going to be, we're 1 minute into a 4-hour match.
You got to get the shit out.
Yeah, and without noticing, all of a sudden, it's 3 games to 2, and the serve, they're on serve, and they're sweating, and you're like, whoa, all of a sudden, I'm in it.
Yes.
It's very similar.
Very similar. Great analogy. Even a podcast. A lot of puns out of the gate. You steamed, but then it gets cooking.
Yes.
Everything, sex, you start with a makeout, then before you know it, you're grabbing an octopus.
Yeah.
So it's starting to get cooking. Then the guy comes out of nowhere and he goes, I got a couple of business ideas I want to throw at you. And you're like, what?
Oh, interesting.
Not like I want you to sign with me. Just like, what do you think of these? And his wife's like, no, Jeff, stop. He's like, no, I want to hear what he thinks.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, ooh, baby.
So he's like an inventor.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's something. I don't want to talk about politics. This is good.
Okay. Now, is he trying to dupe you because he knows you got a little coin?
No, that's what I thought. But he's like, he prefaced, like, I'm not trying to, I just want to know what you think. Do you think I've got some legs here?
Okay.
So I don't want to say his inventions because
I hope it's a homework machine. I'm still hoping for one of those.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that good.
Okay.
But he threw out like 3, and 1, I was like, whoa, this is big. This could change the world.
Interesting.
This is huge, baby. And his wife's like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, shut it, broad. This guy's on to something. You're lucky you're with him because he's going to take off with this shit.
Can we guess it? Is it a pocket
You'll
pussy,
never
an
guess.
airbag,
Never in a million
hoverboard?
years. It's so out of left dick, you'll never get it.
Interesting. All right, now I want to get it.
Yeah, I mean, we could be here for 3 weeks. You won't get it.
But I got to decide if it's going to change the world. I must be able to think of something close.
Well, I don't think it's not gonna stop climate change, but it's like it's like a pet rock where you're like, oh, you're gonna make a couple million on that and get out.
Interesting. Okay.
I would change the world's no good, but it's like it's big. It's a cute, kitschy gift wrap. What do you call that? Stocking stuffer that'll really blow up.
Can you tell me off air?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay, that's
2
all
seconds.
I need to know.
All
Okay.
right. Now
I'm
Reddit's
excited.
gonna blow. Oh, the podcast was good till you stop telling us inventions.
I can't wait.
All right, it's you're gonna hate it, I think, but
Yeah, most likely.
it it will sell. Is what I'm saying. But the other ones, it was like a garbage disposal that talks to you or some shit. I don't know. It's all,
they have that.
Oh, do they? Okay, well, I pulled that out of my ass. But either way, it's gold. And he's going to be fine if he gets it going.
Yeah, it's hard to get it going.
He's like, I bought the domain already. I'm like, if you could get grouping like Snoop Dogg to get on board with this thing will move.
Interesting. Wow. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah. So here's the clinker. This is one of these dinners, and I'll speed this up because we got a full safari here.
I got nowhere to be.
You got spots?
I got. It's a date night.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go long then.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep you from that. Hey, folks, Tuesdays with Stories brought to you by Athletic Greens. Please send us some more of this stuff because I am hooked. I love it. It's so good, and I'm not even just saying that because it's written here. Athletic Greens was the morning booster I didn't even know I needed. Just scoop, shake, and have alongside your morning coffee or OJ. When you're too lazy to take your shelf of vitamins, just drink them. It tastes good. It's just a whammo of nutrients and veggies and greens, and you just put them down in one big gulp, and it tastes pretty good. I mix it with a little chocolate. Packed with over 75 vitamins and minerals is for a major boost to your gut, mood, energy, and even skin, hair, and nails. It's the healthiest thing you can do in under a minute.
We got chocolate laying around the house?
I got cocoa powder.
No kidding.
That sounded like Kramer. I got cocoa. If you're looking for an easier way to take supplements, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs for your first purchase. Wow.
1 year.
Send us more. Go to athleticgreens.com/Tuesdays. That's athleticgreens.com/Tuesdays. Check it out, folks. I'm a legit fan.
That's it. Also, Tuesdays with Stories brought to you by Blue Chew. Guys, you know about Blue Chew. Forget the cold outside. Blue Chew is here to make sure you are staying hot in the bedroom.
Hot.
Blue Chew is the online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. Just chew one and be ready to go with the mood when the mood is right. Hey, folks, I don't know about you guys. We've been on the air a long time, so I imagine the audience is getting older along with us. I'm in my 40s now.
Oh, yeah.
I got blood pressure through the roof and cholesterol through the dome. So my dick it's just a shriveled up piece of shit. But
yep.
I signed up at BlueChew.com, and I consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. It's all online. No visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and ship discreetly. So, if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, chew it and do it. Have better sex. We have a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you see our promo code Tuesdays at checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping. BlueChew.com, code Tuesdays to receive your 1 month free. First month. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety info. Thanks, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the podcast.
Yeehaw. Hey, folks, Tuesdays is brought to you by BetterHelp. When life gets you feeling overwhelmed, work with a therapist can make you more prepared to take on everything that life throws right in your yin-yang. We love therapy. We got Big Al. But look, sometimes you can't find the time to go all the way over there, put a mask on, go down on them. It's a whole thing. Now you can do it from home, Zoom, whatever you got. BetterHelp is a therapy option that's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists for no additional charge. Easy peasy, Japanesey. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp, one word, .com/Tuesdays today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tuesdays. Get on it. But, so it's one of these places where it's this Michelin douche. So they come out every there's like 6, what do you call it? Quarters?
Chefs.
No.
Coroner?
Waiter? What do you call that with the
Busboy.
No, the servings.
Servings.
There's like 6.
Well, it's courses.
Courses. Yes, there we go.
A horse is a course.
Of course.
Unless, of course, the horse, of course, is Mr. Ed.
All right. Wilbur. So, It's here comes the appetizer, and they got to go, here you go, and they talk behind with their hands behind their back. This is the liver a la pacho, and it's cooked in 6 different jizz flavors, and the black guy shit on it, and all this. You go, okay, great. You don't care at all. You just want to eat it, and you're hungry, but you got to wait till they talk to you because it's all civilized and high end.
Right.
So it's kind of a nightmare because you're just like, I just want to eat this tiny piece of blueberry fish or whatever. Jesus, that flew by. So that then you chat more, then another server course comes, you eat that, they explain it. Oh God, the guy comes out, he made this myself. I swear to God, the whole dinner was 3.5 hours because you got to just wait. Brutal, and my water's empty. Don't you hate that?
Yes.
They spend all this time on the food. Everything's fucking tip-top, ship-shape, all this bullshit, creative, where everything's got a story. This fish was caught, then sneezed on, then we praised it. It was facing Mecca. Then we cooked it in lemon juice. Give me some water. I'm dying over here.
Yes, I need water. I like water. It's
Water?
number one. Well, it's like that. I know it's Africa, but it's of European colonialization, whatever the fuck that word is.
I never wear
This
cologne.
European style of a meal is 9 days long.
Yes.
If you go to Paris, if you've been to Paris, if you're going to Paris,
They cook the bill.
it's 2.5 hours before you get an entree out
Yeah.
there, and I think it's the style.
It's a style, and the whole everything was empty. People are walking out. I went to the bathroom to fill up my cup. I was dying.
Ugh.
I'm in this nice-ass restaurant. I'm in the sink next to the toilet, like... So...
And it's hot.
And it's hot.
Africa.
And the indigent. So, finally, I go, it's 11:30. We got here at 8:30. We have to get back. We're flying to Safari tomorrow. We're in the middle of nowhere. Uber is not a thing here.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell the waiter, I go, hey, look, buddy, you got to step on it. I don't care about your dumb food origins. I got to go back to Africa, and you got to get me the bill. And the couple was so nice. They go, hey, look, you were nice about my dumb inventions. We'll cover the bill. And then the waiter gives me a card for a guy who will pick us up. It's going to be 1,000 rand, which is like, $80. So not nothing. But we got a free meal. We got the hell out of there. We made 2 friends.
Ooh, that's an all-timer.
Well, either way, that was a long supper, the last supper, and we got back to the hotel. Then we have to pack and pretend to fuck, and then you go fly to Africa.
Ooh. By the way, I saw the video of that home you're staying in. What the fuck is that thing?
It was a lodge.
I would have never left.
It was beautiful, man. It was really something, fatty.
Out to lodge. I mean, I never would have left. You had an infinity pool or some shit like that, and some other thing.
Overlooking the river. It was all open air. You could just slide everything open, and the wind would come in. The sun was shining. It was open bar. It was all-inclusive meals. The fucking shower was 8 feet big. It had an outdoor shower. It had seats. It was great.
Now, what about with the open air? Are there mosquitoes? Because AIDS is from Africa, right?
They thought of everything. Ooh, that was wet.
That was fun.
All right, so they have the windows open, but they give you the screen option, which is very nice. So you close the screen, but you got the wind still coming in.
Okay.
But I sat out all day, every day. It's open. Oh, what is it? All inclusive. So you can drink. They give you a bottle of champagne. You can drink the bottle and go, I need another bottle. They'll bring you another one.
Wow.
I mean,
boy, that's good living.
It's good living, and the dollar goes so far there. You're treated like kings. So
wow.
let me try to spell this out, because this is probably the best trip I've ever been on.
Okay, I can't wait.
All right, so here we go. We fly out of Cape Town to Suzuka. Yeah. It's this tiny airport in the middle of nowhere. It's in a hut. The airport's a hut. You get out of the hut, a guy picks you up, little black guy in an outfit, and he goes, I am your driver. And you go, okay, great. We get into this van.
Can I stars?
Please.
Gun?
Yes.
Yeah!
Big
all right. Fun.
Gun on him and gun in the car.
Nice.
I held it. Then he goes, we got about a 2-hour drive. And you go, that sucks, but it kind of feels authentic, like we're really going somewhere.
Sure.
We're going to the deep, deep woods, the jungle. So we get right out of the airport. There's a bunch of animals running everywhere. We go, what the fuck is that? He goes, that is an Impala. They're running everywhere.
Oh, an Impala.
Yeah.
Chevy.
Like the Chevy. They're just running around. And I go, oh, my God, look at that. He goes, yeah, we hate them. They're like rats there.
Oh, wow.
They're everywhere. So that was cool. Then we get in the van. The guy's super nice. He's like, where are you from? What do you do? And he barely speak English. We drive through the town. The town is just poverty. I mean, there's people with shanties on the side of the road selling scarves that nobody wants. And
get it together. Get your bootstraps.
yeah. So finally drive through there. We start to get to the reserve. And it's called the Kruger National Park.
Sure, very famous.
Oh, you've heard of this?
Of course. Well, Sarah's from there. She has the big viral video. Her and Henry had a viral video about
Krueger.
a viral video.
Okay.
It's very funny.
Was it Dax Shepard?
I don't know. It was an old famous video where the lion comes out of a thing and eats the thing, but then they did commentary as tourists.
Oh, that's good.
That's like the most famous park in the wide world.
Yeah, it's huge.
Kruger Industries.
So, holy cow. So we get to the gate. It's like Jurassic Park. They go, he goes, yeah, shows the gun. They open the gate. Right when we go in, we're like, oh, wow. You can see the big fence behind you. We're driving in, dirt road. There's an elephant.
Wow.
There's a zebra.
Elephant's my favorite animal.
Beautiful animal.
They got memories and they're sad or whatever.
They
some
grieve.
other shit. Yes, grief.
Yes.
Good grief.
The smartest animal in the park, by the way.
No kidding.
The lady brought that up. She's like, the elephants, I can see they get us. They get what we're doing here, whereas the lion's just like, but the elephant's like, what's going on here? Where's he from? Is he Jewish? You know, they're smarter.
Right.
So we're driving, and we're like, oh my God, an elephant, we're freaking out. You know, we've been in Cape Town with Sandy. We see an elephant, we're like, ah! And the driver's like, shut up, no one cares. You know, he's seen it all.
Right, of course.
So we're freaking out. The 2-hour drive went by like that, because you're just like, whoa, what is that? He's like, that's a kudu. We eat those. I'm like, kudu? That's some kind of deer.
So before you even get to Kruger Park, you're seeing the Impalas and you know.
I mean, we're in Africa. This is what you think of Africa. You
right.
know, bugs the size of softballs, kudu, AIDS, guns.
Yes.
We're in there. So now we pull up finally to this lodge, and it's beautiful, all wooden, modern, and it's all open air, and you go down these steps, the guys pull up, and when you pull up, they wave. It's one of those things. It's so all-encompassing, or what do you call it, accommodating.
Oh.
That they wave, and you get out of the van, and they hand you a hot towel, and you go, okay. I never know what to do with a hot towel.
Yeah, it's always weird. It's not hot for very long.
No, that's true.
You dab, and it hurts, and then you go, okay.
Yeah, I do one of these. I just pretend like, oh, yeah, I just do that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
It sounds, I always feel the same way. Like JetBlue would hand you a wet towel.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't need a wet towel.
I don't need a wet towel. What do? I want a dry towel.
I've never used a wet towel before.
No, wet towel's a bad thing. You go to your house, you go dry off. That's a wet towel.
Yeah.
Give me a dry towel.
Good point.
Not that I need a dry towel either, but you never know.
Sure.
So either way, they hand you a wet towel, and you go, thank you, and they go, we'll take your bag. So right away, it's like we went from hell, Impala, jungle, black guy gun to wet towel, lodge, take your bags.
Wow. So you're staying in the park?
Yes.
Wow.
In the park, baby. We're in Jurassic Park. Then you go down, they hand you a cocktail or a iced tea or something, and they go, this is the gift shop, this is the kitchen, this is the full bar, this is whatever, and then your room is over there. So we go, great. And they go, we hate to tell you this, but it's 3:30. The safari next trip picks up at 4. Do you want to go? And we're like, hell yeah.
Okay.
So we're a little wonky, but we're like, fuck it, we're going. So you go to the room, and there's food, there's candy, there's drinks, there's everything you want. You're like, there's a pool. You're like, I kind of want to just stay here, but fuck it, we're going to safari.
Got a safari.
So we go back out, we go to safari, you get to meet all the other couples.
Okay.
There's 6 couples, 3 are from New York.
Wow.
Kooky. So we meet everybody, they're all very nice, and then, of course, old Dickless lets it out of the bag. What do you do? He's a comedian. I go, fuck. So that ruined the whole fucking trip. Oh, what do you do? Do you know Dane Cook? Oh, what's your closer? You been on CISO? Get out of here.
Oh, boy.
So we get on the safari, and, you know, the comedy gene kicks in where you try to be funny.
Yeah.
There's like 18 people in the truck. Or not 18. It's probably like 9. But
Sure.
you want to get a laugh. There's an audience.
Of course.
And
But it's
up and on the
harder
road.
when they know you're a comedian.
That's
though.
true. They go, oh, here he goes.
Yes.
That's what they do. They don't shut up.
Or they're like this. That wasn't so funny.
Yes.
Thought you're a comedian.
I know, and I got a lot of those. You know, I see a zebra, I'm like, interracial. And they're like, all right, move to the back.
Yeah.
But it was fucking amazing. It's a driver with fatigues on. He's been doing safari for 20 years. He's seen it all. Then there's a tracker. He sits on the hood, literally on the hood.
Wow.
You can see it on my Instagram.
He's got the gun.
I guess so. No, I think the tracker had the gun. Oh, the guy, the fatigues, the driver.
Oh, okay.
He's called the guide.
So the tracker, what's the tracker tracking?
He tracks animals. He goes, hold on, a lion queefed in 2 clicks to the left, and then the guy turns it up, drives it. There's a lion in a tree.
Bye. That's amazing. He's like Quint.
Yes, he's Quint. Colin
That's
Quint.
cool.
And this is the coolest part. At one point, he's in the front, and he goes, and the driver stops.
Oh. Just like a bicycle.
Yes. And he goes, what's up? And he goes, shh, leopard track. And it's like, oh, God. We all get quiet. And he looks at him for like 2 seconds, and he goes, he's limping. And you're like, holy shit, it's fucking amazing. You're like
a Native American.
I know. I wanted to blow him.
Or Native African, I guess.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. N.A., non-alcoholic. So he goes, it's limping that way. And you're like, oh, my God, this guy's the coolest guy ever. He's just like this stoic, cool, quiet black guy. And so he gets back on the truck, and we see a leopard. And he's limping. I mean, it was unreal.
No, I thought maybe the tracker would say he's limping and he went that way. Let's go this way, and found what limped him.
Oh, interesting.
Anything there?
Maybe.
Yeah, no.
Well, here's what's cool. We see a leopard at one point, and he's salivating, and he goes, He's like up on a rock. He's screaming.
Count Chocula?
And then, but here's the clinker. He goes, I want to suck your blood. And then 10 seconds later, over here you hear,
Oh, no.
He's mating.
Whoa.
So I tried that later. It didn't work. But he goes, and then 20 seconds later here, distant faint from the bushes. And we watched him go into the bush, and he kept going, and the other guy would go, and then they found the gal.
They're both guys?
Well, I think it was a lady or a trans, but he fucked him.
Wow, was the bush like shaking
Yes,
and stuff?
and then Jim Carrey came out in a rhino's ass, but it was really something.
Wow, boy, that's something. I got to go on a safari.
You would love it. I'm not an animal guy. I'm not a wilderness guy, and I was high-fiving. I was hooting and hollering. I loved it.
Well, I saw that video you texted me with the elephant coming right at you, right.
That was the first. That was the 4 o'clock. That was the first thing we pulled out of there, and it was like, whoop, shit, reverse, and we were like, what the fuck? It was insane.
Wow, that's incredible.
It was really incredible, and you're really one with nature. And by the way, these animal rights people very progressive. Animals very not woke. It's all gender roles. It's I'll kill you. You come near me. They kill an Impala. There's no protest. They just kill it. That's it. It's old school.
Yes, sir.
So really something. And every day there's a 5 a.m. safari and a 4 p.m. And we did every one.
Wow.
That's how cool it was that you're like, 5 a.m.? What are you, insane? But we did it because it was just that exciting.
It must have been dark at 5 a.m.
Dark, you wake up at 5, you go out there at about 5:20, they give you coffee and pastries, and then you go at about 5:45, and the sun's coming out. So you see the sunrise, you see the elephants, you see the giraffes. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. At one point, I lost my hat. Like, we were going so fast, that my hat flew off. And I go, my hat flew off. And the guy goes, don't get out. If you get out, they'll kill you. It's weird. If you're in the truck, though, the lions will walk right by you. But if you get out or stand up, they'll kill you.
That's amazing.
Isn't that wild?
Wow.
It's so close. You're so close to death, but so far. It's fascinating. And then the little things where they go, what is that, a hippo? And you're like, oh, cool, a hippo. And they go, that will kill you quicker than a lion.
Yeah, the hippo's real dangerous. I follow all these nature this, world planet this, planet of the whatever. And there was a big hippo video recently. Did you see it?
No.
They're in like a river, but it looks like Louisiana type of one of those riverboat things. Yeah. And the hippo's like coming and then it like gets like really close. It's like, rah!
Oh, yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, they'll kill a lion. And that's the thing about the jungle. The lion is the king of the jungle, But he goes to get a sip of water, crocodile, snap you right in the mug. So it's kind of like, you know, hey, you got a tough black guy in the hood. He's the toughest guy. But if a gay dude walks up, he's like, whoop, I'm out of here. No good?
I think that's okay.
I'd say he's tough.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you know, you ever seen those videos of a guy, the white guy who goes up to the gangster guys and they're like, well, you got a problem? And he just rips his clothes off and he's at a G-string and he goes, and they go, ah, and they run away.
No, I saw Borat, though.
That's similar. You ever see those? Yeah. I think that guy was eventually killed. But
by the way, I had the best double feature. You know, when you're on the road, you only got 6 channels, so you just pray to get something good.
Yes.
I had the tail end of Banshees of Inisherin. Did you see that one?
Oh, people are raving.
It's very good. But I saw the last 45 minutes of that. It's very somber. And then right after that, Borat came on. The original Borat.
Classic.
And it was such a nice double feature in the hotel. Didn't have to touch the remote for 2 hours.
That's nice.
Because you have this beautiful, sad, sweeping. I mean, there's some laughs, but it's this beautiful thing. And then right when it ends, pure joy. Borat is a real masterpiece, if you ask me.
It's maybe top 20 comedies of all time.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
2 was rough, and then Bruno sucked. But
There was a couple of good jokes in the second Borat.
That's a couple. But Borat is a perfect film.
Yeah, wonderful.
I saw it in the theater, and it was just murder.
Yeah, same. I mean, people were going crazy. It was like Def Comedy Jam in there.
That and Jackass are the 2 biggest pops I've ever seen in a theater.
Yeah, it was big.
All right, so great time. The last day, we flew out at noon, so we still got the 5-hour or 5 o'clock tour in or a safari in.
Nothing worse than the last day of vacation. Painful.
I mean, we got so comfortable in that lodge. You had that pool, you had the open bar, you had the food every day. The food was fantastic. They bring it right to your room. Snacks. I mean, there's a bartender there. This sexy black guy was shaking it up.
It's like high school. You're like, it's never going to be this good again.
And it felt like summer camp.
Yes.
You got to know everybody, then you have to leave them, and you have so much fun, and you fuck so much because you got the whole day and there's no responsibilities.
Yeah, fucking is good.
You know, no one's like, who's doing the dishes, bitch? You know, is it my turn? So
Cute.
Leaving was so hard, and then that's when it all went to shit.
Oh, boy.
So Amsterdam was kind of rough because it rained the whole time. Then you go to Cape Town. We had Sandy. We had the drives. We had the power outages. The safari was perfect. Not a hiccup, not a flaw, nothing. And then it all came crashing down.
Oh, boy.
And I'll keep this tight because I'm sure you got some stuff here.
Well, I don't think we're going to have time for my stuff, but that way I'll hit it next week.
All right. So I'll knock this out. So, you know, I'm off in La La Land, so I haven't looked at my email or phone. So I go,
oh, boy.
We're flying out today. Let me look at the itinerary.
Okay. I'm already upset.
And you know me with the flights and the planning and the
I
management.
know you. Nobody knows you like I know you.
Yeah, so I go, we're flying out of Suzuka, which is normal. And they were flying into Johannesburg. I'm like, okay, we'll probably go Johannesburg to Newark. I go, it says here Johannesburg to Cape Town to D.C., D.C. to Newark.
Okay.
That's 5 flights.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of flights.
Yeah. So I tell the lady, and she's like, what? That's crazy. That must be a mistake. Why would we fly to Johannesburg, then to Cape Town? We were just in Cape Town. Why would we go back there? And I'm like, well, look, and I don't want to get my guy in trouble, my travel guy. But
you used a guy.
I used a guy. I couldn't have done this.
But why? How come you haven't looked? Because I'm flying to Austin in 10 days, and I'm checking my seats every couple of seconds.
Yeah.
You got to check the seat and the time and the thing.
La La Land.
The day before
I was fucking a zebra 10 minutes ago. I'm not looking at flights.
Okay. Just before bed for a couple seconds.
I'm not condoning it or defending myself, but it just didn't happen. So I go, all right, well, this is weird, but it must be some mistake. Why would we fly this, that? Then why are we going to D.C.?
And 3 flights just in the one country.
Yes. So I go, that's weird. So we fly to Johannesburg, and that's the other thing. It's not just fly to Johannesburg. It's passports. It's figure out where the fuck you're going in another language, and it's sweaty in there and smelly and BO, and you're all over the road, and you're international, so that's a whole thing, and they got to check your bags and this and that. So we finally get to Cape Town, And I'm like, all right, enough's enough. We've already had 3 flights that day. We got up at 5 in the morning. We want to kill ourselves. Not to mention, we got a 16-hour flight ahead of us. So we're like, I text my guy, and I go, and this is my fault because I texted him that day. And I'm like, dude, why do you have us going into D.C.? When you get off a 7-hour flight or 16-hour flight, you just want to be done with it. You don't want to connect.
When you're riding 16 hours and there's nothing much to do. Second Seeger song.
Oh, yeah.
You don't feel much like riding. You just wish the trip was through. Probably the best road song of all time.
I love Seeger.
Very good.
All right, so we get to Cape Town, and now it's the 3rd flight, so I'm texting my guy. I'm like, what's going on? Why are we going to D.C.? Why didn't we just fly out of Johannesburg? And she's yelling at me. She's like, why didn't we fly out? I'm like, well, if he booked this, it must be a reason. And she goes, there's a flight out of Johannesburg every hour, every day to Newark. And I go,
wow.
That's always a bit. So I send him that angrily.
Can you just buy that ticket right now?
Well, I tried, but we're already in Cape Town. So I look at the Cape Town flights, and he's like, I found you one, but you'll lose this flight, and you can't roll it over. So you'll have to spend like a lot of thousands of dollars to get a new one, and you'll lose that one.
Okay, this is where you and I differ.
Well,
I would have been like, take my entire savings. I'm flying to Newark tonight.
I guess so, but it was, it was $8,000 here, then another $8,000, then you got 2 tickets to buy.
All right.
You would do it?
All right, well, finish the story and let's see which was more valuable, $8,000 or whatever the fuck train wreck you're about to go through.
Well, this is a full 9/11.
Yeah.
I would have killed for a train wreck. So,
Fugitive.
We get to Cape Town, and we're coach to D.C. So I go up to the guy, and I'm like, dude, we got a 16-hour flight ahead of us. We've had 3 flights already. You got to give us a comfort. Give us a United Comfort or whatever we're on. And he goes, I'll see what I can do. And I go, okay. He goes, sit down. I'll see what I can do. I go, all right. Now we're boarding. And I go, anything? And he goes, who are you? And I go, all right, great. So we get on the flight. We're in 48B, She's middle seat. She's a fucking trooper. And here we go. 16 hours, and we are furious. There's tension. She hates me. We're fighting. Divorce is in the air. Not pretty. So I go, look, we'll just get to D.C. It's a 43-minute flight. We just got to suck it up.
All right.
Not to mention I have to do 3 podcasts that day and 2 shows at night. So that was a mistake on my part.
Yep.
But
Glad you threw in that last part.
yeah. So I go, here, I got a secret. Boop. She gets in there. I give her a big old sleeping pill. I mean, this thing could put down a horse or a Ralphie May. I mean, this is a doozy.
Okay.
So I give her one of those. I pop one. She conks out immediately. Thank God. It's a 16-hour flight. You realize you can get 8 hours of sleep and still have 8 hours. That's how long that flight is.
Yeah, those flights are just brutal, and I don't look forward to ever taking one again.
No, same. I'm flying to Hawaii this weekend. That's 11 hours.
Oh.
I know. I got to stop this shit. I'm going to kill myself.
Over here. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I asked her to go. She was like, are you fucking nuts? So I go, all right, here we go. Take the sleeping pill. She's out. Thank God. She got a good 8 hours, 7, 8 hours. She was conked. I had to check her pulse at one point. She wet herself. It was hardcore REM. Now there's an older lady sitting on the window.
Not Sandy.
Sorry, a little semen. Not Sandy. Nice lady. She's from South Africa. She lives in D.C. She's lived there for 10 years. And we just start talking over the lady. And she's like, so what's your story? Well, blah, blah, blah. She goes, I'm from South Africa. I live in D.C. America is amazing. You guys don't know what you have. South America sucks. The apartheid, the racial tension, the poverty, the inequality, the outages. You have no idea what you got. And it was so nice to hear that.
Sure.
All we do is shit on America with the racism and the protests and the corruption and the government and the politics. She was like, that's nothing.
Of course.
I mean, you say that, but you just hear it all day long.
I know. Well, again, my in-laws are people that packed up and shipped out, and they're like, well, thank God. It's bad. Sarah's dad's like dying words, like 2 days before he died. He's like, the greatest thing I did was gut my family out of South Africa and got to America. He's like, I'm so proud of myself for raising my children in America.
Look at that.
These immigrants are the most proud people.
Yes.
He was way more love and pride in America than any American I've ever met.
Isn't that funny? The immigrants appreciate America more than Americans.
They had to get here.
Right.
It was hard. He had to pack up his babies and go and get a job and move here and do the test and the paperwork and all the shit.
Yeah.
He's like, this is amazing.
And it's weird because I feel like people who shit on America are very into immigrants. Like, yes, we got to open the borders, but then they're shitting on it. So I'm like, well, shouldn't you not understand why they would want to come here?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But I mean, there's plenty of flaws in America.
Well, we're not
too.
perfect. I'm just
Certainly, we're far from perfect.
Nobody. I don't think a lot of people. People are like, I'm moving to Canada. Fuck this, but they never do.
Certainly, America's great. I think the health insurance situation
that's a problem.
Is a problem, and the medical
is a problem.
Great, big nightmare.
Yeah.
But we're still great, and we're making a living talking about our assholes, so that's pretty good.
Not complaining. I like it here.
Sure. So it's number one, baby.
Yeah.
Ho.
So finally, I conk out. This is when it gets gulag-esque. We land in D.C., and they go, I got bad news. You checked a bag? And I go, she did. I never check a bag. And they go, well, you have to get your bags off the belt and then recheck them. And I was like, okay. Then you got to go through. So you go through customs. You got to go find your bag. The bag, we were in customs for so long that all the bags been on the belt for an hour, and they just throw them on the floor. Because they got to open the belt.
I've seen that. I've dealt with this, yes.
So now everybody's getting out of customs, and it's just a sea of suitcases. And you're like, is that mine? Is that sticker? I got a big, I got fuck your mom and hang 10 on mine, you know?
This is the hard part about traveling.
Yes.
It's the sandwich, the beginning and the end, it's such a nightmare. And this is why most people, going back to America's great, America's not
so
great.
Right.
Americans don't travel for these reasons.
That's what it is. And every airport was a cakewalk till we got to America. Mm. And they always say, people go, oh, South Africa looks amazing, but it's a long flight. And you go, oh, you pussy, you got to live your life. Once we landed in D.C., I was like, I get it. I never want to travel again.
I know. It's tough.
So you're sifting through bad. People are fighting. That's my bag. Oh, sorry. Never mind. And it's just tension and misery. And everybody's, we all just got off the same flights. We're all like cracked out and tired. And finally, we find our bags, and we go, boy, we did an hour at customs. Bag thing was fucking 45 minutes. Now you got to wait in another line to check your bag. So we missed, you missed your flight.
Yes.
And we had a connection. The connection was an hour and a half. It's already been 3 hours. So you missed the flight. You got to refind a flight. The bag check was so long that eventually they go, okay, everybody, leave your bags. We will do it for you. And we're like, huh. That feels weird. Because all you're doing is getting in line and giving them a bag, and they put a tag on it, and then you go to the gate. So now it's just like, we'll do it. You're in here too long. You'll never get a flight out. This was going to take all day, so we'll check them.
So annoying because it's like a 40-minute flight.
I know.
You can just get on an Amtrak.
Well, I looked into that. The Amtrak's 4 hours.
Of course, but there's no checky recce.
I know. And I looked into Uber. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. But now the bags are checked. We go up to the gate. They're like, it's going to take off at whatever, noon. And you're like, all right, fuck it. So we go to the lounge. We relax. We try not to hate each other. She's about an inch away from hitting me. Finally, we get our flight. It takes off. We get to Newark. Hallelujah. We kiss the ground. I high-five Chris Christie. Then, no bags. So I go, I'm on a podcast in 20 minutes, so we wait, no bags come. Couple bags come out, so they tease you.
The tease.
And you see the happy lady go, oh, there's mine. And he's the fat guy, oh, there's mine. And you go, yeah.
You want them to die. I hope you die.
I know. Then you go up to one guy with a vest on, you go, is that the end of the bags? He goes, I don't know. And you go, okay, thank you. So I go, well, the podcast started 5 minutes ago. Sam's like, where are you? What are you doing? I'm like, I just got back from Africa. It's an FAA flight bullshit. My bags are gone. I want to kill you. But the lady, the trooper that she is, she goes, you go. I'll wait for the bags.
Oh, my God. You got to marry this woman.
That's not a bad idea. So I feel horrible, but I leave her. And then I'm texting her like 2 hours later. She's like, I'm still online. I was like, oh, what a fucking champ. And she goes, they lost him, and they brought the bags back at 4 a.m.
Wow.
So we did it. I get why people don't travel. It was hell. Not worth the safari. The whole thing was ruined, but fun.
Yeah, it's really, that's the way it is. It's you're sitting in that hall, and it's like Ellis Island, and it's just a nightmare, but that's why you got to really live and be in it. And then that memory fades.
Yes.
We have,
that's true.
You know, you look back on things. We have a negativity bias in real time.
Totally.
But looking back, we look back fondly.
You got that right. It's like a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. You're always like, oh, that was great. And then you're like, actually, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
So most people, if you ask them how they're doing in general, they're like, I'm doing great. Everything's good. But if you ask them every 15 minutes throughout the course of the day, they'll be like, I'm stressed, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm late, whatever. And then at the end of the day, you go, how was your day? You go, it was a great day.
So true. Perfectly said. And we wanted to kill each other, but I think that's a quality that's underrated, is not flipping out. Because there's always that one, we're all going through hell, and there's always that one person like, this sucks, I hate it, oh, I'm done. And you're like, well, we all want to do that, but you did it because you suck.
Right.
You know, it's like a baby on a plane. The baby's like, I'm like, yeah, we all hate the plane.
Exactly.
But we're not all screaming, you fucking queef.
And you always got to know that it will work out. We'll get the clothes back. We'll get new clothes. We didn't get eaten by a tiger or a lion.
We're alive. The plane took off. The plane landed. No ISIS.
My father's gay.
Yes, so.
All right, let's get some plugs in here.
Oh, okay. Was that it?
Oh, you got more?
No, I'm done.
Because I think we got to be like, oh, yeah.
That's an hour. Okay. I don't know. You're doing Legion of Skanks hands there.
That's a hell of a program.
Oh, yeah. Funny show.
Festival?
Yes. No doubt about it.
Don't fuck me.
What is this, August?
Now, Biff, don't con me. You better be there. I think it's October.
Oh, okay. Even
Need
better.
the cover of October Skies. Hold on. I got some Liquid Death sweatpants. Somewhere I have a
All right. I'll go while you're
calendar.
jizzing.
All right.
All right. When does this come out? October? Oh, okay, great.
31st. Jesus Christ, we got to catch up.
Yeah, the Gramercy Theater, March 14th, live pod. Tickets are going to move, baby, if they're not sold out already.
Might be already sold out.
Yeah, I'm at Spokane and Washington. I'm at Skyline, Appleton. Doing Chicago, one night only, March 18th. Special taping. Come out to that. Calgary, those tickets are moving. We just did Miami. Jeez. Oxnard, Levity Live, and outside of L.A. That's not till April. Then Funny Bone Toledo, Funny Bone Dayton, Rochester. All kinds of fun dates. Working it out. Come on by. What do you got, Fatty?
All right. Well, I got Key West this weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Very excited about that. I'll be there Monday through Wednesday with Ari, too. That's going to be fun, hanging out. Denver Comedy Works next weekend. Make sure you get those tickets. That's one of the coolest fucking clubs ever. I'll be with Matt Wayne there. I can't wait.
Wow.
Make sure you buy those tickets up. Denver Comedy Works, February 9th through the 11th. Lafayette, February 17th. Coming back there. It's been a while. Houston, Secret Group, that's already probably sold out. It's low ticket warning now. And,
wow.
We're a couple weeks ahead of here.
Another great room.
Doing Grove 34 again in Astoria, February 20th. Did it last night. It was a fucking blast. PS 109 we're doing again February 24th. That one sold out quick last time, so get on those tickets.
Hell yeah.
Chicago, March 3rd. Park West. That's a theater, and it's only about half sold. So if you could get on that fucking
Come
thing,
on,
for God's
gays.
sakes. Come out to that. And then Gramercy Theater, of course, March 14th. Salt Lake City is March 31st and April 1st.
Come on, Salt Lake City.
And then Wilbur Theater, of course, April 15th. A lot of you guys are buying those up. I can't wait for that.
Hometown hero.
And I'm going to be shooting a special to VU, hopefully right in that area.
Ooh-wee.
So that's going to be something.
Who's more prolific, you or Louie? It's a neck and neck at this point.
Yeah, who knows with him, you know.
Yeah, well.
But anyways, I'm excited about that. So hit us up on YouTube. Leave some nice comments, for God's sakes.
Please.
I made the mistake of checking those. Jesus Christ.
Yikes.
All right, I'll get my teeth and cock fixed.
Yeah, ouch. It's not always an outbreak.
And YouTube. And hit up my YouTube. I put out a new short called You're a Cuck with Ron on. I think it's very good, very funny. And a bunch of fun YouTube stuff. And the next special will be on there. So I want to get those subscribers
Get the numbers
before
up,
the next
please.
special comes.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all in hell. Praise Allah. And get on the Patreon. It's cooking.
Oh, my God, it's cooking. Everybody's on there.
Yeah, it's
9,000 people are on there. Why not you?
You got there. Let's go to 10. Fuck it. It's a nice round jizz. See you in hell. Thank you, guys. Comedy.